So you've decided to call the Temecula Valley home, and now you're trying to figure out exactly where you should live. And that is a great question to be asking. And today we are here with another neighborhood spotlight video highlighting the Rancho Bella Vista community here inside of Murrieta. I can't wait to show it to you. Let's check it out. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Lewis, your local Temecula Valley Realtor, and this channel is dedicated to all things living here in the Temecula Valley, from new construction tours, neighborhood spotlights, to new things coming here to the Valley. I want you to know exactly what it's like living here in Temecula Valley before you make the move. Let's dive in. As always, we love to dig into a few categories to tell you all we can about the specific neighborhood. And let's start off with location. Where is Rancho Bella Vista located? Well, you are on the far east side of Murrieta, and this is actually technically located right at the very top of Murrieta Hot Springs. We say top because it's an elevation change from lower to higher, but at the top of Murrieta Hot Springs and right up against the border of Temecula. So this neighborhood right here is right on the border of Murrieta, Temecula. That does come with some advantages that we will talk about a little bit later. But as far as location goes, Murrieta Hot Springs right before it turns into Temecula on Butterfield Stage Road, and it is a little bit further from the freeway. You're going to travel up Murrieta Hot Springs for about 15 minutes before you actually arrive here at Rancho Bella Vista, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in topics to come. Let's talk about the pros of living here inside of Rancho Bella Vista. This community has several of them. Number one being affordability. We'll talk on the specifics to that here in just a moment, but this is one of the most affordable communities here in Murrieta, so great prices. It's also a pretty tight-knit community of people. It is a very involved neighborhood, and people really know each other here, and you've got some great proximity to schools. Inside of this very neighborhood, you've got your elementary and your middle school, so it's pretty much walking distance from just about any home that you live in here inside the neighborhood, which means most people walk their kids to school, and you're going to see them out and about all the time. So a lot of interaction between neighbors, which I love to see. You see more people out walking around here than you do in most neighborhoods simply because of the proximity to schools. And I think those are some absolute pros living here. Let's talk about some of the cons or just the negative things to be aware of before it comes to living here in Rancho Bella Vista. Number one would be the HOA. So this does come with an HOA, and we'll talk about the price here in a moment. It's affordable, but it actually doesn't come with any amenities. So there's no pool, there is no clubhouse, anything that comes along with that. It's basically just grounds maintenance for the community. We are standing here inside of one of the parks, which is actually one of the city-owned parks, the public parks, not actually a part of the community, but it is located here. So I guess you could call that a perk to the community. But for that HOA, you're simply just paying for the maintenance of the area. Outside of that, again, would be the location is a little bit of a con in my book, just because if you're a commuter, it's going to add 10 to 15 minutes easily to your commute just because of the long drive off of the freeway. So to me, I have to place that in the con category. You still are incredibly close though, location-wise, to the mall, to grocery stores. You're not gonna be driving miles and miles to find those things. It's just if you're having to hit that freeway, you're a bit further off than you would be in other neighborhoods. So I'm sure you're wondering, how much does it actually cost to live here? I already called it affordable, and let's just say we don't get into the specifics about prices. I'm not gonna give you a specific price here, right now, because those prices change over time. So if you want specifics on pricing, reach out to us, give us a call, leave a comment below, we'll get back to you on that. But if you look at our other videos, we constantly update you with the average price point for Murrieta, for Temecula, and that's what you can use to determine approximate prices for here right now. We are in the mid to mid-high range of prices in Murrieta. Again, still affordable, still within the averaged median price point here inside of Murrieta, and price per square foot is really where I would say it becomes super affordable here. So if you need those specifics, reach out to us, we'll get you up-to-date pricing. Otherwise, check out our other videos, our market update videos that have the average price point for the current month. Now let's move on to the size of home. This area is really broad range for the size of home. You can have a starter home, move up home, move down home. The range is very broad. We've got homes from 1,600 square foot. These are little 3-bed, 2-bathroom, single-story homes, all the way up to 4,000 square feet. So as you can imagine, that is an incredibly broad range. If you're looking for a 3-bedroom, a 5-bedroom with a loft, you've got those options here within the community. So whatever type of home you're looking for, you can typically find here inside of Rancho Bella Vista. If you've got little ones and you're moving here to the area, you're probably curious about the school system. That is actually one of the pros to living here in Bella Vista. You get the Murrieta price point, but guess what? You actually come with Temecula schools. So you are in the Temecula school district, which is one of the highest rated districts here in the area, and it comes with some amazing rated schools as well. For the schools, we've got Alamos Elementary, which is, again, walking distance from most of the homes here. That is rated an 8 out of 10 on the greatschools.org scale. Keep in mind, you can check those ratings out anytime by going to greatschools.org. Some really helpful information there. For the middle school, you will be going to Bella Vista Middle School. That is rated a 7 out of 10 on greatschools.org. And for high school, you've got Chaparral High School. That is the one school that is not totally walking distance from here, but on the Great Schools ranking scale, you are getting a 9 out of 10 with the high school. So some very highly rated schools here within the Temecula School District, but Murrieta price point. Now let's move on to the affordability factor as far as monthly payment goes. So in this segment, we talk about what is the HOA payment, what do the property taxes look like. If you've heard other videos, I always touch on those property taxes. They're super important to be aware of. Here inside of Murrieta, Temecula, pretty much anywhere in the Temecula Valley, we have the base tax rate of 1.1%, and that can go all the way up based on some special assessments that are left on those properties. So you can see a tax rate anywhere from 1.1 on the low side up to 2.2 or higher. We typically see that on some of the newer construction type homes, but that can sway your payment several $100s a month. So it's very important to know exactly what the tax rate is on any home that you're looking at. Now for that tax rate here inside of Rancho Bella Vista, you are looking at 1.3 to 1.4%. That is considered low property taxes for our area. So if you're looking for affordability, not only in home price, but in monthly payment because of those property taxes, you're finding that right here inside of Rancho Bella Vista. And next, the HOA. As I mentioned, does not come with amenities, but guess what? It's only 40 bucks a month. That's one of the lowest HOA payments you're going to find here in the Valley. So no amenities that come along with it, but it does keep the area looking really nice, and just make sure that your neighbor doesn't park their car on their front lawn or paint their home purple or yellow or whatever. No offense if you're a Lakers fan, but it does keep things in line. So super affordable as far as home prices and monthly payment when it comes to property taxes and HOA. And lastly, let's just touch on some of those key features here inside the community. I touched on a lot of them. Number one, that affordability piece. If you are looking for a great starter price point for some of those smaller end homes here, you will find them inside of Bella Vista, along with low HOA and low property taxes to keep your monthly payment affordable. Outside of that, it is a very, very clean neighborhood. Because of that HOA, you're simply just paying to make sure things stay clean. And as you can see from the background here, this is inside of the park here inside of Rancho Bella Vista. The views are awesome. So there are some cool view lots here inside of the community as well. Lots of trees, lots of cool things to see. Again, lots of families walking around, walking their kids to school, to elementary, junior high. So it's a really family-friendly environment here as well. So a community that I really love. It's actually where I sold one of my first ever homes when I first got into real estate. So it holds a place near and dear to my heart, but I think you'll really enjoy Rancho Bella Vista. That's it for our breakdown, our neighborhood spotlight of the Rancho Bella Vista community here in Murrieta. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's content. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. If you have any questions about living here in the Temecula Valley, whether it's new construction, neighborhood spotlights, leave a comment below. We check those daily and we'll get back to you right away. Feel free to give us a call about any specific questions as well. And as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future updates. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll see you next time.